get my other one going here for you in a minute. Happy New Year, and thank you for joining everyone that's getting on. I'm going to give you a few minutes to get on. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Did you guys miss me last week? I missed you. I did. I missed getting on and talking. I put a little header. I don't know if you can see it, but what is your mantra for 2025? What's your mantra for 2025? My mantra for 2025, I'll wait till everybody gets on, then I'll share it with you. So be thinking about that as you are logging on. I'm gonna try to be still because when I watch the playback, I see myself like adjusting myself in my seat, and it looks really weird, doesn't it? But anyway, as everyone else is joining, I have people getting online that are joining on YouTube, Facebook, as well as Instagram. So I just want to give it a few minutes for everyone to pick up. But in the meantime, like I said before, what is your mantra for this year? How have you started taking steps to make some changes this year? We all get that anxiety at the beginning of the year of I got to be doing something. It's almost like we're forced to get out there and try to do something, do something different, try it different, experience different things, make these plans to travel, make these plans to lose weight, plans to do all these different things are the things that we think about when a new year comes in. But you know what? I'm going to tell you to take a step back and just relax for a minute. Just relax for a minute. If you don't have it all together, it is okay. It is okay. All right. So, just giving it a few more minutes for others to get on. I see some coming on. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone that's getting on. Thank you so much. I missed you guys last week. I hope you missed me. It was a lot of traveling I did during that time, from Christmas, the day after Christmas, up until the New Year. So I'm well rested now and ready to rock and roll. Okay, I don't like to waste your time. Let's rock and roll. So, I want to talk today about, of course, what your mantra is for this year. Happy New Year. I want to talk about what your mantra was for this year. And I said I was going to share mine once I had got some people going and we were starting our talk. So, here it goes. My mantra for this year is choose me. That's what it is. It's choose me. Don't nothing else matter. It's I choose me. It's about Shamika. It's about what's gonna make me happy because I think for many seasons, I have chosen everyone else. I have tried to make sure everyone else was straight, try to make sure that I was a pleasing and meeting the needs of things or people or certain jobs. And that this year I'm choosing me, so it's going to be what's going to make Shamika happy. You know what I'm saying? I got to live my life because guess what, everybody else is living theirs, right? So that's my mantra. If you want to drop yours into the comment box, go ahead and feel free to do that. I'll share it if you want me to, and we can elaborate about it. So, one of the main things I want to talk about today outside of that mantra was to also talk about a mantra that I would use in therapy, talking to patients. One thing that I would say was change your thoughts, change your life. And I would say that because we can get so caught up in our head space and thinking negative thoughts or not believing in ourselves enough to make the appropriate changes in our life to have and seize the life that we all want, right? So I want to kick off this year by talking about that. Changing your thoughts will change your life, and it really does. We practice cognitive behavior therapy. When I'm doing therapy, that is one of the modalities that I like to go to because that's what you're basically doing. You're basically feeding your client these thoughts, helping them develop these thoughts and carry out this thought pattern of changing the way they're thinking about these things, these negative things, those self sabotage things, imposter syndrome, many things that people may think of in their minds. We are changing those thoughts and putting positive thoughts in place so that they can seize the life that he or she or they or them would like to have, right? So I think my next episode on podcast is going to be randomly breaking chains, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this, changing our thoughts and changing our life. So I want to have always have pointers. So get your pen and pencil ready, whatever it is you want to take down, screen record. I don't know, but here we go. The first thing I want you to do in this process of breaking chains and changing our thoughts and changing our life is to stop the negative self-talk. Stop negatively speaking of yourself, thinking of yourself, this shapes your reality. If you have these negative thoughts in your mind and that negative language, empowering that negative language in you, it reinforces, these negative feelings. And if you got negative feelings, it's going to do what? Stagnate you. It's going to make you say, never mind, I'm not going to do it, or it's not possible to obtain those things. Refrain from doing that. That's limiting the beliefs that you may have about yourself or the things that you want to obtain in life. You can achieve them. Recognize first that you are having this negative self-talk and try to go ahead and change those things. If you hear noises in the back, those are my kids. They are going to school tomorrow. Praise God. I'm glad they are getting up out of here. But if you hear any noise in the back, that's them. Just we're gonna carry on, okay? So, the second one that I want to talk about is taking responsibility for your thoughts. A lot of times, our thoughts, emotions, also our actions, we will place blame on everyone else besides taking accountability for what it is or our part in those situations, right? So, we'll blame these external circumstances on other people, for our problems. But by you taking ownership of that, you take ownership of your life. You also empower yourself to make positive changes, and the outcomes of everything that's going on will be a better learning experience for you. So, taking accountability, it's a lot of people in this world that cannot take accountability for their actions. You know what? That's for them, not you. Don't you carry it. Don't you care. If you know the truth, you know what it was like, you were there, that's all that matters. But if you find yourself in situations where you're not taking the responsibility for your negative thoughts, of negative thinking, feelings, your emotions, your actions, negative things you may have done or put out in the atmosphere, hey, let's stop it. Let's stop blaming ourselves. Let's stop blaming everyone else and take accountability in your part in that so you can keep moving forward. That's what we want to do. We want to keep moving forward. We want to keep building. We want to keep doing that. Third, break free of the cycle of excuses and self sabotage. I briefly mentioned self sabotage just a moment ago. We have a habit of rationalizing why we can't achieve stuff, right? We'll say, well, I don't have enough money to do this, or maybe, I don't have time to, start this business, or I don't know if I can achieve this. Stop rationalizing it and thinking about why you can't do something to achieve your goals, and let's start taking action towards those goals. Embrace that discomfort. It's normal. You're going to feel uncomfortable when you're starting something new. When you're growing, that's what happens. You're growing, it's unfamiliar, it's uncomfortable. It can be overwhelming sometimes. It really can, but embrace it. The uncertainty that you experience during that time is necessary. It's necessary to be able to rise to the next level. It's necessary. One example, I was just speaking with my daughter earlier. She was asking me about my podcast, Mike. And I was telling her, yeah, she could use it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was telling her about the system that I have going where I'm able to stream on different platforms at one time. And the guy, those who know me know that for years I've, had t-shirts and things like that I might sell with sayings and stuff for Martin Girl, where the guy that always does those t-shirts and banners and step and repeat stuff for me, and technical stuff and just everything. It's Javers. He is with JVAR. Shout out to him. But he was telling me about a system that he could show me how to do editing to enhance, the experience of you guys coming on live. And also with me being on YouTube, just to enhance that this year. And we haven't had a chance to kind of line up and get together and do it. But like I told my daughter, I can't let that stop me or stop my momentum in going forward. So that's an example of that. We can't have these excuses. I could have easily said, well, I'm not going to go live until I get this right. I'm not going to go live. I'm not going to do this until I learn how to do this editing and I make it look just so. But you know what? Being authentic, I have realized is more so what people want. And my daughter made the comment. She said, I would rather have quantity than quality. Go figure. I mean, it encouraged me. So break free from the cycle of excuses and self-sabotage. Number 4, embrace the uncertainty, that fear of life, and recognize that growth often occurs outside of that comfort zone. We just briefly touched on that a moment ago. So instead of fearing the unknown, adopt that mindset that I'm going to be curious enough to know to see how far I can go with this. I'm going to be curious enough to know that if I fall, I can get back up. That's that resilience. I can bounce back from this. That's where you want to be in life when you're making these goals moving into this new year. These are things that are free. These are just changing your mindset. Changing your mindset changes your life. Number 5, make clear goals. Make clear goals about what it is that you want in life, what you want to achieve in life, what life looks like for you. Anything else that does not align with that, cut it off. I don't care what it is, cut it off. This is your life. Just like I said, it's choose me. It's choose me. This is my life. No one else gave me this life. God gave me this life. I'm going to live out my life the way that God sees fit for me and what that looks like in his eyes. So whatever I need to do to obtain that, to walk in that, setting my goals in my life to make sure that I'm securing that for myself, that's what Shamika's going to do. So goals in your life, define your goals, have clear intentions of what you need to do to achieve that life. Sometimes it's cutting off relationships. Sometimes it's moving from another job. Sometimes it's taking a class to learn how to do a certain skill set. Sometimes it's getting in touch with other people that can get to you to where you want to go. Being in the room and among people that are smarter than you in an area of expertise that you want to know more about. Put yourself in alignment with them. Learn, grow, set your goals. That's what you want out of life. Go and get it. Nobody is stopping you from getting it. Nobody is stopping you for having that. Number 6, breakthrough. Break through stagnation. Break through the doubts or the possibility sometimes can fog our minds and stagnate us. The fear of what may happen. Can it happen? Let's stop. Let's take hard action towards our goals. Don't overthink it. Don't, play it down. Don't overanalyze. And we're human. We're going to do that. We're going to overthink sometimes. We're going to analyze things. We're going to, look at it in different. Trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. Sometimes you hear these famous people and they talk about they were doing something over and over and over with the expectancy that one day it's going to work. One day it's going to progress. One day I'm going to get discovered. One day I'm going to achieve the goal that I have in my life. And just when they get exhausted and tired and want to give up, bam, it happens. What if you don't go that extra mile? What if I don't keep posting? What if I don't keep providing therapy? What if I don't keep showing up for myself? I'm giving up on myself. I got to believe myself enough to keep going, to see where it's going to go. I can't be stagnant. I got to keep moving. I got to keep moving. And as you are doing this, it's going to be naysayers. It's going to be people that are going to speak against it. It's going to be some things that you may feel like are not obtainable, but put in your mind that it is obtainable. And I'm going to do everything I can to get on there. It was this funny thing I saw one time that was like, fight like fight like you're the third monkey trying to get on Noah's Ark. You're gonna take that second monkey out. I'm getting on, fight like that. Fight like hell to get what you want out of this life. This is a gift, guys. This is a gift that we have. And we have the ability to will ourselves into whatever it is we were created to do and be. And I talk about this all the time on here. I mean, that was the whole basis of Martin Girl, finding your gift, walking in your gift, living life out loud. You guys, my followers that's been with me for a long time, I say this stuff all the time. That's where we are. Number 7, shift your perspective on failure. Look at it as growth. Failure equals what? Opportunity. It equals learning experiences. There are no failures. It's only gains. There are no failures. There's only learning. There are no failures. It's only growth. When you change your mind to thinking like that, nothing can stop you. You can keep going. You keep growing. Lastly, we talked about this in last year. I think it was the last live I had. I talked about having self-compassion for yourself, being kind to yourself, being forgiving to yourself. We can forgive everybody else, but we can't forgive ourselves. We can be patient with everyone else, but we can't be patient with ourselves. We have to be patient with ourselves. We have to have that self-compassion. We got to love on ourselves. We got to treat ourselves good. We got to take care of our bodies. We got to have empathy. We got to have understanding for ourselves. And ask yourself, in certain situations, ask yourself, what would you tell a friend if they came to you with that? If you had a friend that had a goal in mind and you knew they had been working adamantly at achieving that goal, working and wanted to obtain it and have dreamed about it, have shared it with you, and they get to a stumbling block or they start doubting themselves or they feel like giving up, what would you tell that person? Well, tell yourself that. It's not always going to be someone that'll pat you on the back. Your talents, your gifts, your goals in life are yours. You know, no one's going to love on it, nurture it, and feed it like you will. It's wonderful to have a village. It's wonderful to have friends that love you, you know, that support you. It's wonderful. But you also got to keep that drive going for yourself. You got to keep that drive going for yourself. So, randomly breaking these chains, that's what we're going to do. We're going to change our mindset. When we change our thoughts, we change our life. And real quickly, I hope you caught those that I gave you about recognizing that you need to stop the negative self talk, taking responsibility for your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions. Taking accountability is what I'm talking about in that one. Breaking the cycle of excuses and self sabotage, embracing the uncertainty, that fear that you have, and recognize that it's growth outside of that. Setting goals in life, achieving those goals, working towards those goals. You know, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You know, if you got a big goal you're trying to go, you got to take it step by step by step. So stay the course. Stay the course. You know, break through stagnation. You know, take action towards your goals. Stop overthinking. Stop over analyzing every decision that you make, and just trust your instincts, trust your intuition, embrace the biases towards your actions or the course that you're taking. Put correction there if you need to, but keep going. The next one, shift your perspective on failure. Failure equates to opportunity. Failure equates to growth. Failure equates to learning. Hey, that's what it is. And lastly, we want to have self compassion. Be kind to yourself, be caring to yourself, have patience with yourself, have empathy for yourself. You know, and like I spoke of before, if you got a close knit of friends, that's golden. I was talking to someone earlier today about, I'm so thankful for my friends. I'm so thankful for people that truly, deeply love me. The beginning of the year, I took the time to write these messages on these cards, and I put them on my bathroom mirror so I could see them every day. And it is so powerful. It is so powerful to write out affirmations, things that you want to, you know, constantly repeat to yourself and see. So in the morning when I get up, I see it. When I go to bed at night, I see it. When I stop going in to wash my hands for something, I see it. And it's constantly reminding me of the things and the goals that I want to attain in life. And it constantly reminds me of things that are so much value to me, things that I want to obtain in this life. And one of those things was that I was loved deeply. I'm deeply loved. And I was telling someone earlier today that that one right there has really proven itself. I've always knew that, but since I pasted that on my mirror, for some reason, I really feel it. I mean, I'm serious, guys. I really feel it. I think about my friends. I think about my family members that love me deeply. I am deeply loved, you know, and that love can help you push through anything, anything. So I challenge you. You know, I like a challenge. I challenge you to write you some things, some mantras, or you can write you some affirmations on some cards. You can do it on some sticky notes. Stick them on your bathroom mirror. Look at it when you're brushing your teeth in the morning. Look at it when you're doing your skin routine at night. Look at it every time you change that. Go past that mirror, you see it. Yes, words of affirmation are golden. They're powerful. They're powerful, and you draw strength from that. It's amazing. I mean, it is. And you know, as people say, you can put stuff in your mind, and if you can think it, you can achieve it. You work towards it, you can gain it. It is so true. It's so simple, but it is so true. And you know, faith without works is dead. You gotta have faith, but you got to work. It's not just gonna fall in your lap. You got to work. I hope that you guys take everything I said under consideration. I ran through those real quickly. If you didn't catch them, go back, check it on the playback, take some notes, share this, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that on tonight, when you got on Conversation with the Martin Girl, one thing that stuck out to you was change your thoughts, change your life. I swear that'll take you through the rest of this week, the rest of this year. if you just keep telling yourself that. If you have any questions, comments, anything, hit me in my inbox, or you can leave a comment below. I always get back to people. I hope you've enjoyed this live tonight. I try to go fast because I don't want to take up all your time, because your time is valuable. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, tell a friend to tell a friend to join us on Sunday evenings, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern time. We on here talking about some serious stuff. We got some goals we're setting here. This year, like I said before, we are going to bring in some other people to talk so we can have like kind of like a dialogue going back and forth. We're going to have some guests to come on. We're going to talk. We're going to rock this thing out in 25, right? So again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your love and your support. Check me out. Tell a friend to come on Sunday nights for Conversation with the Martin Girl. Thank you. You be blessed.